Hey, welcome to the channel. It's the Matcam89 and we're going to be playing Terminator 2 for the Super Nintendo. And this is the intro, so I'll let it play out. And this is the Terminator 2 Judgment Day, based on the movie made by the lovely people at LGN. If you grew up in that 8-bit, 16-bit era, you know that they made such quality gems, such as Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I am playing the Super Nintendo version. But they also made this for the Sega Genesis as well. Not sure if they made it for any other consoles. They might have. And as a kid, I was a huge fan of the movie, so every time I went to Blockbuster or the local video game shop, I would rent this game. I never actually owned it, but I rented it quite a bit of times. And most of the times, I couldn't get past this first level because I had no clue what I actually had to do. But I can assure you that today I will get past the first level. And if there's anybody watching, just let me know if the sound levels are okay, if I have to adjust anything. Now, I used to rent this a lot for the Sega Genesis, and I actually do prefer that version, especially for the driving sequences. It is a lot easier, I think, to drive on the Sega Genesis than it is the Super Nintendo. They just did a better job with the controls. Now, this one, like I said, was created by LGN, and the Sega Genesis version was created by Flying Edge, I believe, which was common in those days. You would have different developers develop on the different systems sometimes, and there'd be some minor changes, or in some cases, completely different games. So here we go. We completed the first level. As you can see, it follows the movie, and we're going to be starting the first drive sequence. Hopefully I don't die. What makes this game pretty tough is the fact that there is no continues and there is no password system, so once you die, it is game over. You do have to start at the beginning. And like I said, the driving controls on the Super Nintendo are pretty bad. It does not want to turn in the right direction. So you can see how that's going to be a problem once we get to a point where we're going to have to, you know, be avoiding people, but yeah, horrible. Yeah, it just does not want to go. There we go. I feel like this game wouldn't be half as bad if it didn't have these annoying driving sequences. So right now we're going to John Connor's house. We're looking for John Connor. Yeah, I think this game has pretty good graphics. Can't really complain about the graphics and sound. Music does get pretty repetitive though. So right now we are at John Connor's home. also from the movie. So the game does follow the movie quite a bit. I have never beaten this game. Probably will not beat this game tonight. But we're going to try to get as far as we possibly can. The things that we're collecting here are future items that we do have to collect. So for this particular mission, we do have to find 2 more future objects, as well as we have to locate John Connor's ID so that we know what he looks like as a kid. This level's not too bad. Pretty easy. Alright. You see there, we're going to be going to the mall. And we got his ID now, so we do have to find the other future item before we can actually leave the stage. I think on the Sega version, you may not have to collect all of them, but on this one you do. Now, I think if we do this all in a certain amount of time, we actually don't have to face any enemies. But if we take long, I think we do. So we have collected everything, we got the ID, and we can start heading to the mall now. Yeah, so sometimes if you take a little bit long on this stage, police will show up. And sometimes the liquid metal Terminator will show up as well. Alright, so we're back on the road. This horrible driving. And we're going to be heading to the mall. We got to find John Connor. If you used to play this game, sure, let me know in the comment section if you end up watching this afterwards. Let me know if you've actually ever beaten this game without any save states and things like that. I am playing on clone hardware, so there is no save states for me. That wasn't too bad. Alright, so now we have to locate John Connor. And the cool thing about this level here is you can actually get pretty far in it without having to shoot anybody. So you see those security guards there, they'll leave you alone as long as you don't kill anybody. What's funny is you could actually walk around with your gun and they still won't do anything until you actually kill somebody. So we do have to be careful. You don't want to accidentally kill them, because then now you're going to be fighting everybody. We do have to collect these. And we still have 3 more. Let me see if we can find those. And you can see I'm walking around with my shotgun and they're not doing anything. So we got a future item up there. Now these are the down escalators, so you have to kind of jump to get up them. Alright, let's go down, because I think there is a flower shop that we need to go to. Again, follows the movie. How he finds John Connor at the mall, and also kind of cool because in the movie he's hiding his shotgun in a flower shop. So here, I mean, in a box with flowers in it, and here you got to visit a flower shop to get one of these items. I'm trying to avoid having to kill any of these guys because I really don't want to fight anybody yet, but they keep walking in my path here. There we go. Alright, so we still have one more left, and then we gotta find John Connor. Should be pretty easy to find. Do this little half jump here. It's right here. Yeah, that's what I was kind of afraid of. Cop was hiding right there, the security guard. Alright, so I don't think actually, yeah, let's go up here. I think there is a gun store. Here. And I accidentally killed that security guard. See how they kind of just jump in the way like that? And now they're all going to be attacking me. So it's going to make it a little bit more difficult. But technically you can pretty much go this whole level without having to fight anybody, which is nice. Because you can end up saving your ammo, but they fly in front of you just like that. Really not much you can do. It's funny too, if you're reading the text, you can see it says non-fatal injuries, even though you're blasting them with an M4 or M16. I'm gonna do this trick to get up this escalator here. And there's the arcade. We have all the future items, so all that's left is to get John now. She's at the end of this arcade here. And here is the T-1000. He's gonna start stalking us now. And you can see he actually has a health bar, so he can be killed. You have to be careful. You see there that they'll drop ammo boxes. Some of them will. One of the differences with the Sega version is some of them will drop health packs, whereas in this version they do not. However, you do get a kind of like a second chance in this version where you don't get on the Sega version. So if my status reaches 0%, I'll get a 50% retry. So my health will go back up to 50% and we can continue. But after that, if you die again, it's game over. All the way back to the beginning. No save states, no password systems, no continues, that's it. And that's also on the driving, which makes this game a lot harder than what it should be, because these driving sequences are horrible. You die over here, that's it. You know, that's game over too, so you can see him getting chased by the cops. There's a good chance I might die. definitely not going the right way. So let's see if we can get it on the right track here. Might be getting close. And right now we're heading to the hospital to go get Sarah Connor. And that is the furthest that I've ever made it. We're here now. Alright, so I'm actually... You gotta watch out for these exploding cars. They take a lot of damage out of you. Stuff because sometimes they just come in spots where I have no choice to shoot them, you know? And this guy's gonna be stalking you the whole time. Alright, so we got a future item right above us, so let's go get that. This is just a dead end. So for this level, I don't know where all the future items are, so it's a good chance I might die here. This might be a short stream for this game anyways. I'm not sure I'm going to want to replay all those levels again. But yeah, this is a game that is not well liked by a lot of people. I think it's okay. I have a newfound appreciation for it as I've gotten older. It's not the worst game, but it definitely has a lot of issues. The driving sequences really make the game a lot tougher than what it should be. You know, as a kid, like I said, it was difficult because you didn't really know what to do. But as an adult, I find it easier to, you know, you just kind of figure out what you have to do. And I think, honestly, what really ruins this game is the fact that there's no password system. There's no saves and continues. I think this would be a much more enjoyable game, or not looked at as badly if it had that feature. You know, my guess is that maybe the game is extremely short. I've never actually looked into how many levels are in this game. And it's, you know, it's kind of that time period where they made that artificial difficulty to make the game last longer. That's kind of stupid that the Steam actually hurts the Terminator. See, I lost a lot of health from that. And you gotta be careful. I know I got a lot of ammo now, but kind of stinks. You get too close, it doesn't do any damage. You gotta be careful. It's a fairly inexpensive game too. Whether you get it on Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis, not that expensive. I want to say $10, $15 tops for this game. looking for Sarah Connor, but we also do need to get the rest of the feature items as well, so... Alright. But she was on the 3rd floor. I don't know if it changes every time you play, which may be the case. We'll just see what's over here. Oops. Alright, Sarah. Oh, looks like John Connor, his health is pretty low there. It's a good chance that he might die before we find what we're looking for. I don't know if this leads to the stairs. Let's see how many more we need. We need 3 more feature items, so like I said, we gotta find those before we leave. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can leave them here. Just so they don't die. Now, I don't think any of these cells is going to have the items that we need. Really use health right now. Alright, so we only need 1 more, and then we should be good to go. I can go back and get them. Hopefully it's on the floor below us. I'm gonna keep them there, I'll come back for them. And then like I said, I've never made it past this level. Well, I've actually beat this level, but the driving sequence after, I've never been able to beat. It's like the cops get crazy and they constantly chasing and bumping into you, so you die rather quickly. And I'm probably gonna lose health. I mean, I'm only at 17%. Oh. It's not fair. And dead end. Just have that last one I gotta find, but may not be able to do it. Cop got me, almost got me. 2%, but like I said, if you die the first time, you'll get another chance. Got an ammo box, but I really need his health. Yeah, hopefully it's what I need is in here. And it is. Alright, so this is it. We gotta go back, get Sarah and John, and then get out of here. and I don't have much to do it with. I don't know that I've ever seen the T-1000 on the stairway, so we might be okay over here, and we can get pretty close to the exits here. So let's get them to follow, and then get out of here, and then hopefully I can make it past this next driving level. I'm actually pretty interested to see. I've never seen a full playthrough of this game, so I don't know what comes next. If I had to guess in the movie, it's probably where they go to get all those weapons in the movie, that desert area. And just to make sure we are good. Yeah, we are good. Alright, we made it. Let's see. I don't know. Alright, so we gotta go south. The driving is crazy. I used to watch my cousin play this game all the time when I was a kid too, and I don't think he ever beat it. He was always so good at games. But it was always the driving stages that got him. That's one thing I remember. Alright. So one thing I will say is it seems to be... doesn't seem to be as difficult as far as them chasing you. You can see this cop's chasing me now. But in the Sega version, they were all over the place. Come on. Yeah, it makes no sense to me how this works. It really doesn't. I'm not really sure what they were thinking when they decided to do this. Alright. Yeah, it's a pretty big open world map, I guess. These are all going to be cul-de-sacs here. So. I don't think I'm going to make it. I got lost. I think these are all going to be cul-de-sacs. That's it. So confusing. It's the worst part of the game. I don't understand why they had to make the driving so difficult, but yeah, that's it. I'm definitely not going to replay that, so... I really wish if I was playing on an emulator, or if I had a Retron 5, I could do save states. That may be something that I'll have to invest in. so that we can make these streams a little bit longer. But that's it. That is Terminator 2 by the lovely LGN on the Super Nintendo. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. And as always, happy gaming and God bless.